You are watching Liberty Online TV. You are watching Liberty Online TV. You are watching Liberty Online TV.
down, let the time fly. Oh, so many times I've been here before, now I'm feeling alright. No need to try, just relax and take a deep breath. Look inside to try and find a way out, and grab it, that's your way out.
So too, 4 of Morocco's 6 goals have come in the second half. Punch clear from Ben Chauch, dropped to a Sierra Leone boot, and you can see what the travelling fans thought there, that Saliou Ba was about to hammer that home. Couldn't find the target though. Had to take it quickly. Awkward technique on the bounce. Coming at him pretty quickly. Still in party mood. Dancing in the stands. A few who have made the pretty lengthy trip from Sierra Leone to Egypt. Good 5,000 kilometers. Three minutes of additional time at the end of this first half, and it's Sierra Leone currently on the front foot. Diallo has his cross blocked. Try and ensure that rolls out for a throw he can take. It did, but he threw it straight to a Moroccan. Lamine Camara will be pleased though that it's his side finishing here on the up. Nathaniel Diallo, I think, committing a free kick, committing a foul rather, will be a Morocco free kick. Lucifer, Sierra Leonean persuasion in the stands disagreeing, as you'd expect. Camara unmoved on the sidelines. It is now 2-1 in the other quarter-final. Aziz Issa halving the deficit in first half stoppage time. We got a goal in stoppage time here. There's Diallo again, pulls it to the edge to Kabia. Found his captain, but decision has gone against Momo Camara. Ismail Bakhti, along with his centre-back partner, playing his football in Europe, Sturm Graz in Austria. Well, as mentioned, with Anderlecht in Belgium. There are them just 18. Pair of 19-year-olds at the back temporarily deal with that danger for Sierra Leone, but it's not over yet. Now it is. It'll be a Sierra Leone free kick here after 3 minutes, already having come and gone. Gandhi caught by Bakhti. Another nutmeg. This time from El Haddad. Players with those quick feet. Sierra Leone shooting stars there. I know slouches themselves, find themselves on their quick counter-attacks. So worry here though, Gandhi still down. Free kick might be the final action of the first half. For now, both sets of fans still all smiles, still flying the flags. They're young players, 45 minutes, perhaps more, away from a spot at the Under-20 World Cup and in the Final Four of the Under-20 AFCON. Indeed, not even time for the free kick to be taken. There is the half-time whistle. Gandhi is back on his feet. But after a few close calls, mostly at the Sierra Leone end. El Haddad with a volley that went just over. Mama, constant thorn in the side of that Sierra Leone defence. It was Hossam Esadak who came the closest of all. A rocket from distance tipped over by Jallo. And so, despite those close calls, so it is still goalless at the halfway point. Morocco 0, Sierra Leone 0. Second half to come.
Surprise on the mix.
We look for the news with the around. Log into Liberty TV online. Positively we bring the change. They get the masses involved. Staffs them everywhere, everywhere. We climb the mountain just to get the news. We go down the slums to get the views. Our voices come. Credibility, now we ability. News, give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking, there's a get the power. You count on me, you count on me anyhow. Give the news, give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. Human them, girl picking, there's a get the power. You call on me, count on me anyhow. Liberty we ride, like a nigga we fly. Liberty TV day before. Climb the mountain just to get the news. We go down the slums to get the views. Voices down. The news, give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking, there's a get the power. You count on me, you count on me anyhow. Give the news, give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking, there's a get the power. You call on me, count to me anyhow. We speak free and fearless, inclusive journalism. Speak free and fearless, inclusive journalism.
We're trendy and youthful. We're UBA. We are here to make your life better, stress-free and easy. We go the extra mile.
Undeveloped city then clean, all clean city develop.
This is Yvonne Akisoya, Mayor of Freetown. And today, I want to talk to Freetonians about sanitation. We objective, transform Freetown, transforming lives. We not go able to achieve them if we all not join hands. Freetown City Council get role, but every Freetonian also get responsibility. Let we start first with the fact say FCC with the sweep 110 major streets every single morning from Monday to Saturday. But when we don't sweep the streets, if Freetonians then come, and then continue for heap dirty in the street, in order to make the place look fine. Now make we get them litter bins them. The yellow bins we wanna go see around. So when you waka, you drink from your water bottle, your water plastic, you eat your packet something. Not even a ground where you done. Make sure say you put on one of them bins then they. That litter bin they. In order for you host dirty. You know mean say you for pack you host dirty, you can pin her next to the bins them. Not to the idea that. Not give you host dirty. To them one way the Allah say clean salon. No say that dirty way they collect now you host. In order for Karango, now the one of the two official sites. In order Karango Kisi Bome, in order Karango King Tom Bome. It turns so it left on the ground. And now we council get a problem, but you said get a problem because now front somebody else in Domot, your own dirty don't end up. So wait you for do with your host dirty. We get the one then a council when we don't certify, say they're not approved waste providers. Then they on tricycles, some of them they not vehicle. You will get host, you will get business, you in a hospital, institution, everybody for make sure say their waste collected by an approved FCC waste collector. We get the tricycle groups, we get the companies. So you go see them around. We engage with them on a regular basis. And wait till we go do now as we come into this new year. Now for make sure say FCC stand behind them for you for no outside and day and for let themselves go to you so that we no go get a gap. When you heap dirty in a gutter, it end up na Lumley Beach, Toke Beach. All the tourism ambition where we get for the city, we lost that potential there. FCC, they spend boku money on dirty business. The fuel, the labor, the vehicle maintenance, the spare parts, the night operations, the illegal dump site clearing where we get for the do every now and then. All that boku money. I'm not going to say we're not going to spend anything, but we're going to reduce some. If Freetonians then do the right thing. Because we're not going to get for go clear illegal dump sites. We're not going to get for sweep as many streets and spend as long. So if we reduce that money we spend now on dirty business, we go able to put some on development. We all want for improving municipal schools. We want improving markets them. We want for let we see new developments at the city. That money we use for dirty business. You and while we all make up we mind. Pay.
This is Liberty Online TV powered by Orange Sierra Leone. Orange. You are watching Liberty Online TV.
Hello, Barry.
Hey, Sadie, what's up?
How are you?
Samo, hook me up quick. Samo, someone going to forget some football pictures for this week. I don't check all he said all day long. But I'm help me to one way I'm going for Ginger and Swagger for this week.
Ask Leo.
Ask Leo? Who is Leo?
Ask Leo, Sam. I did it. No, can't go to me, feeling. Allow me to finish my food.
Leo will help you. Open an account, check your balance, buy airtime to pop, send money. Leo will help you locate the nearest ATM point. Leo will help ease your stress by helping you get the most fascinating fixtures. Oh yes, for our football lovers. Leo will do this and many more.
Wow!
All you need to do is save Leo to your mobile phone with the number +232 79 919 919 and get to chat with Leo on WhatsApp. Go on, try it now. You can also chat with Leo on Facebook Messenger by typing UBA chat banking. Leo is your virtual banker who serves you wherever you are with just one click away. It is UBA. We are your #1 bank for all the right reasons. For more inquiries, call us on +232 78 200 200 or follow us on all our social media handles on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at uba.sl. We are Africa's global bank.
Hey! Enjoy the new collapse bundle price drop. Now you can get your weekly collapse bundle for 60 leones only on Maxit app. Download the Maxit app now on Play Store or App Store. Install the app and enter your orange number and password. Now follow them simple step here. Open the Maxit app. Next, tap the account. Then select airtime and bundle. Enter the number where you want buy for. Now choose the collapse bundle where you need and the one where go suit you. Finally, type your password. Bam! All things set. Subscribe to the collapse bundle today and enjoy more browsing for small couple.
Orange.
And welcome back to Egypt for the second half of the second quarter-final at the 2025 Total Energies CAF Under-20 Africa Cup of Nations. Morocco and Sierra Leone meeting here for a place in the Final Four. And at the Under-20 World Cup, nothing to separate them thus far. Goalless after 45 minutes. Morocco came the closer of the two. Number of efforts from around the edge of the area or a little further out. El Haddad with a volley just over the bar. Lalawi with an effort from even further out, also went over the bar. Osam Esadak, well, his shot was heading under the bar until it was tipped over by Mamadou Diallo in spectacular fashion. For all that though, it is still 0-0 as we get back underway here for the second 45. Who, if anyone, will find a way to break the deadlock. If it is no one, well then we will head to extra time. There will be 30 minutes of extra time if required before a penalty shootout, unlike the recent under-17 AFCON. It went straight to penalties. Indeed, the first quarter-final between Nigeria and Senegal a little earlier today did go all the way to penalties after a goalless draw. And the Flying Eagles flying through to the final four. First ball into the box in the second half. It's courtesy of Osman Kamara. Now in support of him, Mohamed Kamara. Over on the left-hand side was further over to the right for the first half. I'm not sure if there's been a reshuffle. It'll become clearer as the second half ticks on. No changes in terms of personnel. At the halfway point, left back Keita sends in a dangerous looking cross there, which was just over the head of Saliou Ba. Nathaniel Diallo, the other fullback, Lilo, can only send that out for a goal kick. Important challenge, sliding in there, Esadak. Might turn defence into attack. Mama can't knock that through to El Haddad. This is down though. Keeps Sierra Leone pinned back. And, seemingly has earned a free kick. Tenacity from Morocco's number 7 as Saidi Moussa Bangara tried to shepherd that out for a goal kick. Certainly a handful of the Atlas Club Cubs shirt. Seemingly standing on his toes as well. It is indeed a Sierra Leone free kick. I thought the assistant seemed to be flagging for that, but the reaction of Bangara was that of someone who'd just been penalised. Just assuming. And, slightly guilty conscience after dropping a handful of Ahmed's shirt. Either way, doesn't stay with Sierra Leone for long here. It's fine out to Mama. Far too much on that though from his captain, shake of the head from the Montpellier man. Watching on there from the sidelines, Kevin Cargbo. He's a member of the Wimbledon under-18s. Hope to get his at least cameo later on. Just like the first half, it was a frenetic start to the second. Now settling down a touch as we reach the 50-minute mark in total, 5-minute mark since the restart. Morocco play their way out via their number 5. Alawi towards the Dayak. Tried to let that run across him, El Haddad, but he succeeded in giving away to his opposite number in every sense. Osman Kamara. Leone's number 24. Fouled by Morocco's 24. Just a few seconds of play from El Haddad, who was a bright spark in the first half, but really that didn't cross Mohamed Wabi. Chance to send the ball into the box for Sierra Leone here. Offensive goal instead. Through the box and immediately back out of it. Not finding the target. That was moving at some pace though from Saidu Musa Bangara, East End Lions centre back, currently top of the Sierra Leonean top flight. Switched places. Romo over to the right, Mohamed to the left. Given away immediately by the latter. Reminder there of the hashtag total Anji's AFCON U20. Join the conversation online at your social media platform of choice. Plenty to talk about thus far. If no goals, as things stand. Knock that past Bangara. And he felt he won that legally. Referee disagreed. Mohamed Wabi patrolling the touchline. Just his assistants work with the technology there. As we come back to the action, Charles right at the edge of his area to ensure he beat Gandhi to the ball, as it was the assistant raising his flag. Would have been a tight call, but I think just about the right one. Looked particularly iffy there, just as we joined the live pictures, because the backspin took it towards the Sierra Leone centre forward. Nonetheless, Ben Chelch getting there. Mohamed by Kamara. Couple of Sierra Leone players there in a battle with El Haddad, who is the latest to enter the book. Kamara stays down. Oh, and you can see why. I just wonder if VAR might have a look at that, because as much as it was a genuine attempt at the ball, that is pretty unpleasant. Trying to put his foot through the ball from an awkward position on his haunches. That was studs up. Not quite enough force for VAR to get involved. We'll have to wait and see. Glad to see that Mohamed Kamara is a little less in pain. It's the follow through that's that a potential ankle breaker. For now, no official word of VAR intervention. Indeed, we will get back underway with just the yellow card for El Haddad. His club football in Italy, Saad El Haddad for Venezia. Sinter challenging with Bama there. space on the right-hand side. Mohamed's ball though straight into the gloves of Mamadou Diallo. Made 3 appearances for Venezia, El Haddad, in the course of the Serie A campaign. He's eligible to send either Italy or Morocco. Move to the former pretty young, seemingly committing his future to the Atlas Cubs and perhaps growing into an Atlas Lion in years to come, a teenager. Has made a debut for the senior side, but only at a friendly level, so not officially committed yet. See the high press there from Sierra Leone. Morocco work their way through it. Having done so, that means they have a little more space in which to work in the final third. Sayouani though couldn't find a way past Saliouba. Kabia finds his captain. Calmly done as ever by Momo Kamara. One of the most impressive things about him is Gandhi gets away, gets his shot away. Leading into his defender. He's always going to be up against it here, off balance. Did well to divert it towards goal, and it will be a corner. Clear deflection. Just get things under control in the box here. Grappling. This is always the case. Solid over Freetown. Kamara. A few words of advice from the referee. Straight to a Morocco man at the near post. That's a swing and a miss from Amara Keita. He's able to make amends though. Straight back now. Outside to Daniel Jallo, the right back. A little out of position and looking a touch like a fish out of water there on the left hand side. Make up his mind, get his feet sorted. Have to get back now. Saidu Bangara takes one for the team there. Get the feeling. Sent back over to ensure that went no further with a gaping hole on the right hand side of his defence. It's taken down beautifully by the fullback. But from there, seems to be totally sure where he was going, losing his footing. Falling into Kutoon. Commit to a love of the national side. Pretty young around these parts. He'll grow into that shirt. Kamara's ball over to Daniel Jallo, his fellow best 11 member from the group stage. Got his best piece of footwork in the tournament this far. Yes, I was saying Kamara's cool, calm, collectedness thus far on his way to becoming the top scorer. The group stage. Even after securing his hat-trick. Spectacular hat-trick it was against the hosts. He was almost unreactive in his celebrations. Instinctive finishes. Great composure all round from Kamara. He's been shining since the qualifiers. Finished as joint top scorer of the WAFU Zone A tournament. 3 goals there. Also named the competition's best player. Went on to become the best player of the group stages. Here in the finals, you make it a clean sweep. To do so, you'd imagine Sierra Leone will have to go on at least into the final 4, probably to the final itself. An hour gone. We're no closer to figuring out if they will do so. Dad can't release Ayman Egi. He's been a little isolated at times, the number 9. A lot of smart, intricate play behind him, but not much of it. Finding it all the way to the number 9. Final pass lacking, or shots coming in from the edge of the area. Sierra Leone try and play it out from the back. Impressive two-footedness there from Shooting Stars keeper. Cello, one pass with his right. Very nicely weighted. Chip with his left to his left back. Will now take the throw. Sierra Leone came into this tournament with no pressure as debutants. See how far they can go, but with a sense of opportunity here. 1 goal, potentially away from the Under-20 World Cup, another first. Leading on immediately from this first. Morocco, though, formidable opponent. Bangura flying into the back of El Haddad. Nothing more than a Morocco free kick. Smart passing again from Morocco. Going around in triangles. Ball though straight to Bangara. That'll be over his head, but Heat is there as well. Right into the air, awkward one. Kamara does well to get his head on it. No one picks it up. Moves away from 2 and 0. Brought down. Dismissive wave from Alpha Cabia. Referee agrees that it wasn't a foul. Get the ball. Into midfielder. Well spotted by the referee. Games 2-1. Quarter-final. Egypt with the lead against Ghana. The winner there will play the winner of this match in the semis. For those who joined us since half-time break. Nagy with the ball for once, but couldn't do anything with it and get the decision he was at least half expecting. Saliba knocks it onto Kamara. He can't find his namesake, Osman Kamara. this time. Welcome the captain who takes it back to Bangara. Lovely switch of play over to the right. Jello though down, only temporarily. And Kamara onto Osman Kamara. The Arsenal teenager fires it straight into a fullback. They're on the door here, Sierra Leone. For all the good football that's pretty low. 0.1 for Morocco, 0.16 for Sierra Leone thus far. Might just take one clear-cut opportunity. We haven't had one in almost 3 quarters after 90 minutes now. And this corner produced one. That's a moment for it. It's a moment from Daniel Jallo. Come back to haunt him. It was watched up close by us live. Should be a knock-on effect from this. Studs got caught in the turf, I think, as much as anything. Just weakened that ankle. Maybe a blow to lose. Right back. Officially one of the best 11 players in the group stages in this tournament. And now we play on. And it's delivered onto the head of a man in blue. It was actually Alpha Turai. Swallow centre back. Seemed to surprise him. Didn't go anywhere near Ben Chalsh's goal. Centre back who made a game high 7 interceptions in their most recent game, the defeat to South Africa. Al-Haddad over on the right hand side, in slides Keita. It's a chunk of the man as well as the ball. That would be out for Morocco corner. First time we've seen the ball put between the legs of the shooting stars. So a triple change to be made here by Mohamed Wabi. 14, 17, 23. Come on, Ismail Awad. One of those. Get it up and ready. So too, Jones, El Abdelawi, and Adam Boyar. Substitutes on match day 3 as well. Indeed, El Abdelawi getting on the score sheet in stoppage time, cementing a win against Tunisia. On comes Otman Mama, shake of the hand, disappointed not to get either on the score sheet or an assist. It's good work. Same could be said of Saad El Haddad. So now watching on the final quarter. The 90 minutes, not necessarily after the match. The corner is cleared away by Turai. Starting to reach the point. Could be next goal wins. There is Ismail Awad, another Ligue 1 prospect, part of the Lens Academy. First chance to run at the Sierra Leone defence for Jones El Abdelawi. Born in Norway, he's Morocco's number 17. In Oslo. was born and raised there. Played for the Norway under-15s through to under-18s before switching allegiance. So just switched country in terms of his club as well. Moving to Celta Vigo in Spain earlier this year. Well, unfortunately, Nathaniel Jallow does have to make way. Right back. Hope to shake that off and play in the semi-finals should he get there. Also coming off one of the Kamaras, Osman Kamara, for Sierra Leone's number 7. What kind of impact can Mohamed Fofana have? And another change, actually see that. 4th for Morocco, Geek off for El Mokhtari. It's immediately on the attack here. Mokhtari and co. Another shot from range from Hassan Esadak. This not as threatening as his one in the first half. So 20 minutes remaining of the 90. Kamara with 2 for company, does really well to hang on to the ball there. Find Sierra Leone's other set of fresh legs. Santini Forna, 18-year-old. He's a midfielder by trade, but seems to be slotting in the right-back role vacated by Jallow. Heels there from Kamara. Change of outfit for the youngest Moroccan fan in the stadium, supporting the colours. Jallow takes it forwards. This time a long ball through to Gandhi. Chested it down towards Kamara. A free kick quickly taken from the ground by Lalawi. Almost underhit it and handed it straight back to the Sierra Leone captain. But Jumabar can't keep that in. Shooting Stars, makeshift right back. Turned 18 this time last week. Knocked into the middle by Al-Dalawi. The header was straight at Jallow. Huge opportunity for Adam Boya. Probably the biggest of the game. Is that the clear-cut chance we were talking about? Ishmael Belf on the back foot. It's a free kick. Gandhi taking him over. Diving header from the Morocco substitute. He thought it was the moment. Youngest fan was fixated on other things, but most of those in red and green in the stands are off their feet. The header from Boya, too close to Jallow, taking nothing away from the keeper. Good positioning, parried it away to safety as well. Sometimes known as just Adam Boya. Another born in Europe, in Spain. Currently playing there too for Elche. Appearances for the Moroccan youth sides. 1 goal in his 3 appearances in the Segunda division in Spain for Elche. Would have loved the first goal of the tournament here in the under-20 AFCON. That miss come back to haunt he and his side. Taken down calmly on his chest by Alpha Turay. Taking to the final 15 now. He will get cagey. May well open up, you never know. That was a nervy moment at the back for Morocco. Ben Charles with the punch. I feel the offside flag might be coming. Tried to take that quickly. Referee and assistant still not pleased with where it was taken from. See why here. Close to the area, and I tell you what, it's actually been offside there, unless it was for the second involvement. As he moved towards the ball, Hamid Fofana. Either way, the initial danger had been dealt with. Hamid Wabi, increasingly animated. 48-year-old technician appointed head of this under-20 Morocco side over 3 years ago, back in March 2022. Determined to bring the trophy back to Morocco for the first time in almost 3 decades. His philosophy based on possession. His opponents today based on a compact defensive shape and rapid counter-attacks. Chaush. Nice piece of distribution out to the left-hand side. Zayouini bring it forwards. Ankara gets in the way. And, good work from Samba Juma Bar to get to the ball first. Nicely works there by Leone. Might just release Mohamed Kamara down the right-hand side. Go forwards towards Gandhi. Now comes Ben Chaush to claim. It's going to go one of 2 ways. Final 10 minutes or so here. And it might go one of 2 ways here. Went down right on the edge of the area. Was there contact? Will VAR get involved? Was he onside? Yes, that's your first answer. Got to the ball first. Oh, I think it was just inside the area. Was there contact? Not obviously. From that angle. Didn't see any contact. Certainly beats Jallo to the ball. Morocco captain going to ground. They felt it was a penalty. This will be no surprise. We are being held here. Referee has his finger to his ear. VAR are checking this. moment for these two sides in this tournament and for their World Cup prospects. 10 minutes remain of this quarter-final. Daniel Jallo watches on nervously from the sidelines. Dayak back on his feet now. Finally breaking the lines. The Sierra Leone defence. And the referee has been told to look at this once again on his pitch side monitor. Well, that tends to go one way. Don't often see the referee stick with his on-field decision, but was there contact? Got another viewing here. That not the clearest angle. Undeniable that Dayak got to the ball before Jallo. We see exactly where it took place. That's certainly inside the box. If it is to be a foul, I think it will be a penalty. Was there contact? So, see the right knee of Jallo just touching the line. The left boot of Dayak probably just inside the line. Here's the third angle. He certainly didn't get the ball, Mamadou Jallo. Whether or not he got the player, would you deem that to be a foul for making the chances of Dayak reaching the path, the touch he just made possible? Is that enough for a penalty? It's far from clear-cut. The referee wants a number of views of this replay. To say from that angle, I think it's the best one. I'm not sure there's enough contact there, but it's the referee's decision that really matters, and he's seen enough. What will his decision be? Didn't see behind the assistant, but that, you think, is a Sierra Leone free kick. Tell from the reaction of Dayak, he's not got the penalty he wanted. They're dancing in the stands. It's in the Sierra Leone section. It's been a pretty well-mannered quarter-final thus far. Will that be the spark for tensions to build, to simmer? We'll get a bit of needle here in the remainder of this knockout match. Seemingly, the free kick, the goal kick for a dive, no yellow card. Perhaps it was a goal kick. Either way, that doesn't really matter. What matters now is what happens in the remaining 7 minutes, plus additional time, plus potential extra time. Nervous few minutes there for the Shooting Stars. They'll thank their lucky stars, but the referee stuck with his original on-field decision. It was not clear-cut. There wasn't enough contact for the referee to have dealt with Mafire sticking with his on-field decision. How did you see that? How important could that be for the Sierra Leone side? Clean slate now, 6 minutes to win this. To claim a spot in the semi-final and the World Cup. Kamara, let's fly! Oh, he's building up nicely. Mohamed Kamara with the space, the temptation to shoot, pulled the trigger. Was heading in. Close enough. In charge that was a save he would perhaps expect to make. It's moving at a fair world speed. Carried away. Sierra Leone corner. 5 minutes remain of the 90. Get it onto the head of Red allowing. And then shot from range. This time, MOROCCO unblocked. The kind deflection for Ben Schausch. His cross into the middle, which was by his fellow substitute for the biggest chance of the game so far. I think you can still call that the header for Boya, despite the drama of the last few minutes. Dyke did well to get there first, touch too heavy. Even though he beat Jello to the ball, I feel he could have stayed on his feet. That touch been a little lighter, slotted it into an empty net. Tension too much to take for some in the crowd. Didn't see Mohamed Wabi's reaction to that VAR decision. Still seems to be reasonably cool and calm. The former Anderlecht youth coach, now with an Anderlecht youth player in his back line. That one over the head of El Abdellaoui. Pretty late here in Cairo, 7:45 local time. Even the youngest in the crowd will be going to sleep anytime soon. Abdellaoui with a cute backheel pass to Esadak. To confirm, there is still the 3 substitutes on the pitch for Morocco. Saw an erroneous graphic a little earlier. It said Geek had gone off. He is still on the pitch. Lively informed, he is off. It was one of the triple change. It was not an additional 4th change though. So still 2 remaining to Mohamed Wabi. It's now Boya, the focal point of the Atlas Cup's attack. And the camera with a smart change of direction. Looks to release Saliou Ba. He couldn't beat Salouani to the ball, but did get there. Samajuma Ba. His early ball in, dealt with. 90 seconds remain of the 90 minutes. Sierra Leone with the ball. Kamara. Left. It's a very long range shot, the one which still needed to be saved by Ben Schausch. Had to be hacked away by Balf. MOROCCO was far from his first long-range effort. That, though, was the longest range. Nonetheless, worked the Moroccan keeper. Fofana. Once again, long-range effort, which found the target, a short-range pass, which didn't. Played it behind Mohamed Kamara and avoid the ball, resulted in his centre-back getting a yellow card. Senegal foul, Angara ensuring that went no further. Was heading for the postage stamp pretty much there from the left back, curling away from Ben Chelsh. What a way to win the quarter-final that would have been. So Momo Kamara produced some pretty impressive long-range goals in that 4-1 win against Egypt, but that would have been pale in comparison. 8 minutes of additional time. Plenty of drama still to come, even before we potentially reach extra time. That's a Morocco free kick, backed away once but twice. Ball towards Fofana, chests it down. 2-2 with the challenge. Remains with Sierra Leone in the final third. Change, this one the third for Sierra Leone. Off comes Sayuba, Arsenal youngster. Another impressive performance. Number 8 replaced by the number 9, Sulaiman Sheriff Kagbo. Performance here. For Western Africa. Corner into a good area. A couple of heads there. Be picked up by Barr in the right back position. His cross-come shot deflects, loops through to Ben Chelsh. Another East End Lions player, Sulaiman Sheriff Kagbo, going for a domestic title, going for a continental title here. Number 9 for both club and country, at the youth level at least. Presumably now be a front 2 for Sierra Leone, and a change of shape from their 4-1-4-1, with which they stuck to this point. Something more like a 4-4-2. 4-1-3-2 maybe. Looped ball into the box, just over the head of Adamwaya. Fofana has switched out to the right-hand side as part of that reshuffle. The 2 Kamaras still in the middle of the pitch. Here's Momo looking for the through ball to Fofana. Comes to nothing. Just look to be a little short on ideas now, the Atlas Cubs. Can still strike at any moment, they've shown that. 0 to 100 in a few seconds, but it's Sierra Leone having slightly the better of this stoppage time period so far. Here, is this the moment now? Flicked on. Well, Samba Juma Bar holds up his hands in frustration. Did come off his hand during play, that's the problem. So the reaction of the Morocco players who thought that should have been a penalty. It's going to be another tight call, and one VAR will surely check. Bit of carelessness there from the right back, brought on moments ago. An enforced change to their first choice fullback, Nathaniel Jallo. Performed well thus far. Thank you very much. Samba Juma Bar, but That is one. I hope he doesn't live to regret anymore. He already does. It's either. Seemingly also enters the Burke. To be a free kick just outside the box. Or if it were to be overturned, penalty. No sign of VAR getting involved. Free. It's proceeding as normal. Another member, rather, of the Sierra Leone backline into the back three of the back four now. And shown a yellow. Progress will be set piece. 5 men in the wall. Draft excluder. Mohamed Fofana shaped draft excluder, ensuring that he sneaks under the wall. Well, now there is sign of VAR intervention for the second time. It was an escape the last time that Abdul Mafiri went to his beachside monitor, and he's there again. It's tight, but I have to say, first viewing, it looks like it is outside the box. We're watching it in fast forward rather than slow-mo. Watching it at the same speed as the referee. He spent about 2 minutes looking at the previous pitch-side monitor moment. That's been a far quicker viewing. Morocco didn't get the penalty they craved about 10 minutes ago. Once again, they're frustrated. VAR just wanting to make doubly sure. Referee was satisfied. And for the second time in about 10 minutes, he sticks with his on-field decision. That doesn't mean the danger is over just yet, though. Oh, but it's been upgraded from a yellow to a red. No penalty. But Sierra Leone are down to 10. The referee's seen something there. There was enough to upgrade that to a dismissal. And the substitute, Samba Juma Bar, only entered proceedings a little over 15 minutes ago. Exit stage right. So we move beyond the 98 minutes that were originally scheduled. I would imagine there are a few more to come. Whatever happens here, presumably the referee decided it was a cynical handball rather than an accidental one on second viewing. Either way, as I was saying, the danger is far from over, even without a penalty. Upgraded from 5 to 6 men in the wall now. Draft excluder still there. Sam Esadak flicks it to his right. Straight into the wall. Sierra Leone survive. Look to break away. They will now have a numerical disadvantage for the remainder of normal time here, and extra time should it come. Check of the watch from Mohamed Lamine Kamara. They're well beyond the 98, but of course, fair amount of time spent without the ball in play during the build-up to that free kick, then the VAR check, and then another build-up. Brought down by El Abdelawi, stoppage time hero on match day 3. And we repeat that in the quarterfinals. Focus, says Amadou Diallo. His light one defender. No immediate change from the Sierra Leone head coach to bring on another. Still 2 changes available to him. Lost one of their tallest defenders. With 100 minutes on the clock. Not for the first time in stoppage time. Adam Boya misses a golden opportunity. And there is the final whistle. After more than 100 minutes of play, still nothing to separate these two, and we will head to extra time. Really frustrated, Boya brewing his miss, but also brewing the decisions perhaps made by the referee. Having a discussion there with the man in charge, Mr. Nafiri. A man of quite significant self-confidence, you have to say, twice sticked with his on-pitch decision, despite VAR sending him to his pitchside monitor. Now the 22 players will head to the sidelines for a few instructions from their respective head coaches for the next 30 minutes to come. Some of the substitutes not having quite the cameo they might have hoped for. Samba Jumapar sent off for that handball. Adam Boya with possibly Morocco's 2 biggest chances of the match. Centre forward heading both of them wide of the target. They'll have to pick themselves up though. Bar won't be able to himself up from the bench, now watching on for the remainder. But Boya will have to put the misses behind him to make good on the remaining half an hour of open play before we potentially head to penalties. It went all the way to spot kicks without a goal in the first quarter-final. A little earlier today, Nigeria eventually getting the better of Senegal, 3-1 in that shootout. Meanwhile, in the other quarter-final, also taking place as we speak, it remains 2-1 to Egypt against Ghana. Still playing there, the 11th minute of stoppage time, plenty of additional time required there as well. But the young Pharaohs nearly through to the World Cup and the Final Four, along with Nigeria. Flying Eagles are secured of their spot in Chile. That is the prize on offer here for these two, as well as a semi-final berth. What will we see in the next 30 minutes? Does either side go all out for a winner? Do they try and play it safe, use the potential opportunities for the opposition? There's one more likely to do that. To say it's the team with 10 men now. El Abdelawi and Awad, the other two substitutes introduced in that triple change by Mohamed Wabi. Still 2 substitutions available to each head coach. Imagine we may see one here, if not immediately, pretty soon into additional time. Do they save them to bring on penalty takers late on, should we remain level for yet more time? Well, Adam Boyer heads back towards the centre spot with the ball. He would rather have liked to have put things to bed already with one of those two gilt-edged chances. Has to get his head up. It does seem to be down a touch. A prayer perhaps for Mohamed Lamine Camara. Do his players need divine intervention? A numerical disadvantage, half an hour to play. We get underway for that half an hour right now. Into extra time we go in Cairo. The utmost jeopardy here. These two fighting for not just a place in the semi-finals, but a place at the Under-20 World Cup in Chile in 4 months' time. Morocco with the ball. Going through the motions, patient passing in the early seconds. I think a sign already. The shooting stars approach to this extra half an hour to be pretty defensive in their setup. Someone slotted into that right back role. Looks to be Fofana, if anyone. It's the fresh legs to fulfill an effective wing back role. Number 7 brought on pretty late in the 90. So actually 3 central defenders now. Time will tell for now. Morocco look to penetrate however many blue shirts are in front of them, which is pretty much every single one of them. There goes Mo Kamara. Checked on by an opposition player. Teammates play on. El Abdelawi wins a corner. Leon captain now gets back to his feet. It's a whistle there. Man who came the closest to break the deadlock in the first half. Sends it towards his teammates who perhaps should have in the second half. Shot from range. Came in from Fred Zayoani. Left back though, not threatening to Jallo as much as some of the others in red and green have this evening. Well, we nearly had the utmost late drama in Cairo. It's over. In Suez, there was incredible late drama. Ghana equalising with a 101st minute penalty. As there's frustration for the Morocco captain, with a disappointing delivery. Ghana got what Dayak side were hoping for. Last minute spot kick. Denied twice. Ghana got their penalty. Abdul Hakim Sulemana converted in the 11th minute of stoppage time. So we still don't know either of the two teams will join Nigeria in the final four. Despite having 2 hours now It's the very first whistle of the evening. So LEONE force the issue down the left. Didn't succeed in taking it off him, but Gandhi did. Centre forward back doing his defensive duties as well. Seems to be Gandhi and MOROCCO. It's the front two. There's another change seemingly in the offing for Morocco. Final quarter-final will be getting underway pretty soon. South Africa taking on Democratic Republic of the Congo. The match will start in about 50 minutes. Will we have ended here? 25 to go, plus a break, plus the potential penalty shootout. Samuel Gandhi, the right-hand side now. Fofana sending that goalwards even further out than his fellow fullback, or permanent fullback in Maroketa. Did towards the end of the 90 minutes, and a spectacular effort it was. So LEONE can't find a teammate, and in fact finds MOROCCO with his what should have been simple header back to Bakti. Gandhi can't thread that between the midfield duo of Sadak and Lalawi. Dayak. Simple pass. Over to Sadak. Into the middle. Calmly claimed by Mamadou Diallo. Ismail Bakti watching on. He was one of 5 goal scorers in the group stage for Morocco. 5 players scoring 6 goals. With his feet, a 6th scoring a 7th. No. Head in hands for El Abdelawi. Brilliant ball forwards. It was missed. Went for the cute dink over the top of celebrated like a goal by the Sierra Leone fans. Latest in a number of escapes for the Shooting Stars, be it via the pitch side monitor or their goalkeeper. Oh, good work from Diallo. Stayed on his feet, stayed tall, stayed big, and denied El Abdelawi. Tied with South Africa for the most goal scorers among the quarter-finalists. Morocco with a tally of 5. He also boasted the highest shot conversion rate of any quarter-finalist, 20% coming into this one. That percentage will have dropped as LEONE goes down, looks towards the referee, doesn't get the free kick he was hoping for. Yes, a number of attempts made by Morocco, 15 in all in the 100 or so minutes thus far. 11 for Sierra Leone, each have only got 4 of those on target. The XG was pretty low for much of the game. It did ramp up mostly for those chances for Adam Bouyar. I'd imagine Morocco have nearly ticked past the 1.0 mark. They have in fact now moved on beyond 1. Sierra Leone still down at 0.26. And yet, for that XG, we remain goalless as Mohamed Wabi makes his final 2 changes. On will come Ilyas Saudi, Den Bosch, 20-year-old, born in Eindhoven, raised in the Netherlands as well. This Cubs hero. Also coming on there. Sahabri for Morocco. Fresh legs for the final 20 minutes of play. Another fresh sets of legs for Sierra Leone. Carbo gives away a free kick. Maxi sit on through to Bouma Saudi. And well, not to say the ultimate super sub, his first touch and assist, but as he did pick out Awad, the offside flag has gone up. It will of course be checked by VAR. Well, no question that Awad was onside, but was Ilyas Saudi as well. That's the question, that's the one we need to see the freeze frame of. Here it is, and indeed it was the almost super sub in an offside position. Latest head in hands moment for Morocco. Awad thinking he was about to be the hero. I feel this will come down to 1 goal, if any. There's Issa Habri, 19-year-old Rennes defender. He's replaced Zayawani down that left-hand side. To right, heads it away, but only as far as Boya. Fofana doing a good job at the right-back role he wasn't expecting to have to fill. Did leave too much space on that occasion, nearly cost his side. But Saudi in an offside position. That cross less dangerous, plucked out of the air by Jallo, who wants to set away a quick counter. Didn't have the options. In fairness, his teammates have done a fair bit more running. And trying to muster up the energy deep into this match. 2.25 hours since we got underway. To burst from one end to the other, it's a bit of an ask. Taken on the chest by Kagbo and Koutoun. With the foul. So Sierra Leone, their first dangerously positioned free kick in some time, to say. I've got forward on occasion. You take it short. Kamara let fly from range. Nowhere near matching up his spectacular long-range hat-trick as it was against Egypt. Here against another North African side. North Africa meeting West Africa. Morocco's overall record against West African teams coming into tonight stood at 20 matches played, 8 won, 6 drawn, 6 lost. The back foot here. That's a goal kick. Is he going to get it? I don't think so. Perhaps tell from the lack of protest that he wasn't sure about that, but was it in fact offside against Cargo? No, it is to be a Sierra Leone corner. It'll be an outswinger, and it's missed by Benchaush. Boyart getting his head to the ball. This time in his own area. Morocco with the attempted breakaway. Momo Kamara flying across to bring down Habri. I felt that was cynical. A huge amount of contact between the Sierra Leone captain and the new left back for the Atlas Cubs. We can't believe no card was produced. So we enter stoppage line once again for the third time this evening. Just 1 minute this time. At the end of this first 15 minutes added on. And almost 15 minutes in terms of stoppage time at the end of the 90. Is there time for one more chance before we have a quick break? Here is Habri. Uma Saudi goes for the 1-2, gets it. Now what can he deliver? Goal! Charged down by 2 in blue. The crucial intervention, I think, was Mohamed Kamara. Well worked move, found the space. Very important block. Mohamed Wabi getting more and more animated as the evening stretches on. Disappointing corner, and it is the final action of this first period of extra time. Players will switch ends, as signalled by the referee, and go again for one more quarter of an hour. There's nothing to separate them. The next time referee blows to signal the end of a period of play, we will go to a penalty shootout. See there, he's distraught, Ismail Awad. It was the right call, an offside decision. Won't hurt any less, but he, like Boyart before him, move on, focus on chances to come. Nothing Awad did wrong, he was onside and headed home. It's a full moon tonight in Cairo. Will be shining brightest come the final whistle. Plenty of shooting stars on the pitch, already in the sky, any to wish upon. Another huddle for the shooting stars in blue. Chance to make any one of them a hero. Already in uncharted territory. They've been in uncharted territory since they arrived in Egypt. Debutants at the under-20 AFCON. They have shown they absolutely belong. Now taking former winners all the way here. Another substitution to be made by Mohamed Wabi. His 6th of the night. Now into extra time. On will come Amin Boukamir to replace Hossam Esadak. Straight swap in midfield. Esadak off, Boukamir on. Plays in the Belgian league for Charleroi. Just a single appearance. The Belgian Pro League for the 18-year-old. Senior debut earlier this season. It'll be he who decides matters here in Cairo. Towards the Boumassaoudi. Fofana with the challenge. Finds the space for the cross. It's over the head of Aouad. To a man, they're getting back and defending Sierra Leone. Can't fault their unity or their tenacity. Did at times forget that they're a man light during that first period of extra time. Certainly more defensive than they were in the 90 with 11, but haven't looked outnumbered too often. It's that one moment where Morocco broke through the defensive lines. Could there be another here? El Abdellaoui lays it back to Boukamir. His first chance to get involved. All 10 in blue behind the ball, practically are in their own final third. Lovely footwork there from Boya, spins away, it's delivered in. That's by Zaiwani, but by Habri now pushing forwards from left back. Both dangerous in their own right, both with an excellent ability to cross the ball. That one though didn't beat the Sierra Leone defender at the front post. Another chance for Habri. That's a better ball. It was right onto the boot of El Abdellaoui, who looks to the heavens. Far from an easy chance, this one, for the substitute. But still would have expected to do better there. Perhaps Tess Jallow. They've had their opportunities, the Atlas Cubs. Off comes Gandhi, on comes Abu Bakar Sherif. Just a fourth change, surprisingly, for Mohamed Lamine Camara. Didn't make a change after the dismissal for Samba Juma Bar. It's that reshuffle to bring Fofana back to that right-back role. They've done well in this new setup. Shot from range. Jallow gets behind it, gathers it up at the second time of asking. It was Ismail Balf this time. Saw his name in lights. Well struck, just too close to the keeper. A tough watch for those who've made way. Feel helpless, unable to play their part in whatever happens from here on out. Koutoun fires it forwards to Aouad. Ends up back with the number 2 via El Abdellaoui. Habri with a run into space, which was turned down by Bakhti. It's worked through though now, and it's all the way through to Lalawi. Heroic tackle. Fofana getting back, getting his boot to the ball first. Question of offside. May have had picked up by the microphone of the Sierra Leone defenders. The grimace from Lalawi, not the first for a Moroccan player in recent minutes. They do have the corner though. It's over the jump of Jallow, but over pretty much everyone else as well. Alawi keeps it alive. It's a disappointing delivery though from Khoutoun. Momo Kamara all alone. The captain, the target man now. Not the traditional target man, lacking the height of your usual centre forward, but plenty of pace, plenty of finishing ability as well. Should they spot the chance to counter. Mentioned those 20 games against West African opponents for Morocco. 2 of their draws ended in defeat via a penalty shootout against sides from West Africa. Unbeaten in the last 5 of those in open play. Their last loss coming, or a 1-0 defeat to Côte d'Ivoire back in 2003. Looking to make more history here, Sierra Leone. They won't care about the minor points like that though. They just want to spot the Under-20 World Cup and the semi-finals of this competition. Khoutoun able to bring it all the way to the final third. El Abdelawi checks back, gets his head up, but can only pick out Alpha Kabia. Kamara waits for reinforcements to arrive. They do, in the shape of Cargo amongst others. Bit of possession here for Sierra Leone. Haven't seen much of it in the last 20 minutes. Can't do anything with the ball here. Well, that is a very speculative effort. Well, he's got it in his locker, we know that, Momo Kamara. But that would have topped all of his previous 4 goals in this competition. He had scored the winner in the 113th minute from not much past the halfway line. It was heading goalwards. Ben Chelch off his line, but was able to track back a touch and claim that one before it caused any real trouble. Nine of the 10 players in blue practically in their own box now. Pretty much all 10, in fact. Fofana scrambling back to try and prevent the corner. Didn't get there in time. There was the effort, the centre circle. Drove it towards goal with a bit more height. Tell you what, that could have been something really, really special. But as it is, it's a Morocco corner, away by Kabia. Another pop shot from range, this time from Khoutoun. That one far less threatening than Kamara's. Sails well over the bar and a few instructions from the sidelines just to calm down, I think. It's the clear signal there. Unbeaten thus far in this competition. Went through the group stage without a defeat for the 3rd time in the Under-20 AFCON. Also did so in 2005 and 2021. And this makes it 13 games unbeaten in open play at the finals, including the 90 minutes here. 6 wins, 7 draws. Last defeat in open play also came in 2003 at a 4-0 loss to Egypt. But here in Egypt, they're looking for a late winner. In extra time, punched away by Jallow. Kept alive by Habri. Masoudi trying to create the space for something. That is something. It's in. A clearance off the line, which didn't clear the goal. Instead, sent into the roof of the net. Well, speaking of 13, it's the number 13 for Sierra Leone, Amara Keita, who could only send that into his own goal. Unlucky for some, number 13, unlucky for Keita on this occasion. They've huffed, they've puffed, they've finally knocked down this absolute wall of a Sierra Leone defence. Giallo hunched over, he can't believe it, 5 minutes left of extra time. Don't know if that'll go down as an own goal or a Bouma Saudi goal. Morocco won't care as long as it stands. Can't see any reason it won't. Turning this way and that. Don't think he was hoping to find the goal. Was it going on target? It'll certainly be one for the dubious goals committee. Lurking right behind him was El Abdellaoui. Might have been heading for the post. This will be the angle. Oh, I think it's going in anyway. There'll be scant consolation for Keita though. It was over the head of Giallo. That's what it means to those in red and green. Ilyas Bouma Saudi says, who else? Makes a pretty decent case to start the semi-final if Morocco can hold on. He becomes the 6th different Morocco player to score one of their 7 goals, and that perhaps the most important of all, as it just booked them a spot in the semis and a spot at the Under-20 World Cup. Sierra Leone send the ball forwards. They will give it everything here for the remaining 3 minutes or so. Amara Keita. Will be determined to make amends, maybe even someone into the right net. For now has to sit back, leave it to his teammates to charge forwards. It's picked up by Kalpo. Block for Kutoon. Commendably stays on his feet despite a touch of cramp. And it's into the right back again. Struggling to stay upright. Keita spins away. Abdellaoui shielding the ball. Touray sends it forwards. Only as far as Lalawi. It's Fofana, another long ball. Haven't seen many of them from Sierra Leone. Try to spring counter-attacks and produce patient play. With short passes. Somehow the youngest Morocco fan in the stands is still awake. Now they are wide awake. Every fan has a yellow card. Goes the way seemingly of Issa Habri there. 10 men of Sierra Leone are running out of time. Just 1 minute left. There's the 30 added on after the 90, which produced nothing to separate the two. Indeed, it was a yellow for Habri. Here's Fofana. Can't turn away from Adeboya. Forced back all the way to his keeper. Giallo goes long, but not that long. Doesn't find the halfway line. Kamara denied on the left-hand side. Kabia. Now it's Morocco defending hard, but with an extra man. He looked to break away here. Out came Giallo. Just about beat El Abdellaoui to the ball. The 120 minutes are up. Will there be any added on? 60 seconds for Sierra Leone to save themselves once again. A few scares this evening, right at the end of the scheduled 90. A few more in the 30 minutes of extra time. One finally was their undoing. The long forwards. And it was Ben Chao, she got a hand to it, and then was sent flying by Bangara. He stays down. Was that the final opportunity? It was now or never for the Shooting Stars. Is it destined to be never? This is where it all came from. A punch out from Jallo, not properly cleared. The quick feet, the fresh legs of Fuma Saudi. And whether intentional or not, his cross come shot, which nestled in the net, has sent Morocco into the semi-finals and to the Under-20 World Cup. The Sierra Leone players sink to the turf. A valiant effort from the Under-20 AFCON debutants. And it's late heartbreak for those in blue. Sheer delight for the Atlas Cubs in red and green. They fly the flag, they will do so in Chile in September 2. Fuma Saudi, the hero, brought on late on, forcing the issue that saw Morocco eventually over the line. Sierra Leone have done themselves proud. I'm sure they'll be back for a second appearance in the Under-20 AFCON. Of course, not many in this group. The rules as they are, they will forever go down in history. The first Shooting Stars, not just the Under-20 AFCON, into the knockout rounds as well. They couldn't quite clear that final hurdle to the Final Four and the World Cup. Instead, it was Morocco who did so. Every ounce of effort rewarding for the Atlas Cubs. Alawi taking off his boots, exhausted visibly. The contrast of emotions, that's football for you. All smiles though, Mohamed Wabi delighted. Morocco's quest for a first Under-20 AFCON title in almost 30 years will go on. Amadou Jallo picked back up to his feet. The adventure over for the Shooting Stars. Perhaps relief for Morocco. They didn't have to go to a shootout. They had lost all 4 of their penalty shootouts at the finals to Tunisia in 1981, Nigeria, Benin, and then Tunisia again 40 years later in 2021. Their last appearance, they missed the tournament altogether in 2023. But now back here in 25, they've made it to the Final Four. Round of applause for the travelling fans from their beloved players. And your man of the match this evening, unsurprisingly, Ilyas Fuma Saudi.
Thank you, yeah. It was a tough game, but we are a great team. Very proud of this team. And now it's the semi-finals, and then we go inshallah for the final, and then inshallah for the cup. Yeah, it was I don't know what.
For the news we dey around, log into Liberty TV online. Positively we bring the change, they get the masses involved. Stuff everywhere, everywhere. We climb the mountain just to get the news. We go down the slums to get the views. Hey, voices down. Credibility, no ability. News, build reviews, they tell you one time. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, God picking, let's get the power. They count on here, they count on me anyhow. Build the news, build reviews, they tell you one time. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. Human and God begin the security power. People are here, count for me anyhow. Liberty we ride like an eagle we fly. Liberty TV, baby, climb the mountain just to get the news. Go down the slums to get the views. Hey, yeah, voices down. Hey, yeah, news, build reviews, they tell you one time. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, God picking, let's get the power. They count on me, they count on me anyhow. News, they tell you one time. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. The human them, God begin, let's get the power.